So, right, we'll get started. So basically, I'm going to play a clip. I'm going to play a clip from Kirsten's live last week. I think it was only 5-6 days ago. Now, I want you to listen to what she's saying in this clip. There is one person in that live that she is talking to. I did mention this on when we were Cam 2-ing, but it wasn't on the Cam 2. But just listen to it. And listen to what she's saying, and then we'll jump into the reason behind why. Sorry. Right. Let me flip my camera. Can I just double tap and it flips, or is that going to like zoom in on my forehead? Because it's big enough. No, I just like my own life. She is giving me really dirty looks.
It's serious.
Mum, I'm asking for help.
Yes, double tap it.
I do, and I like my own life.
That's what I mean, double tap it. Keep doing it.
Sorry. Yeah, let's remember to stay respectful. We're not watching it on the TV, guys, don't worry. The TV doesn't actually work, it's just for props.
It's not even our house.
Yeah, we're not even in our house.
We're on a tent on the shore.
And we had to say to someone, we're doing an awareness tonight, can we borrow your living room? So we borrowed the living room. If it was our house, my nan would be on the shelf, just saying. Right. So I want you to remember. Listen to the conversation.
Sound of yeah.
Thank you, darling. I think we have all we both have like the same like morals, if that makes sense. The same priority of morals, like, because they're all of my like priorities too. So like I think we're both very morally like on the same wavelength. Yeah, what did you do?
Thanks, Meg.
Watch me in the shower. No, watch me while you were in the shower. That sounds so wrong, man. My words did me dirty. And then I just said you watched me in the shower. Jesus. Fuck my life. So we're TikToks on us both dirty today, babe. Saucy. It's almost as saucy as some tomato ketchup. Bear in mind, I can't even get in the shower. Good luck. Good luck watching me in there. I'll have your help in there, please.
Just to clarify, so she is saying that, are you watching me in the shower? And then she says, I will have you helping in the shower, please. Just going over the key points, because, yeah, just because. Gets worse.
What? Oh no. You don't, do you? Oh dear, my lord. dirty.
I'll tell you when it's finished who she's talking to.
Your dad knows some home truths about you now, babe. Home truths that his baby girl's growing up. She's no longer his baby girl. She's no longer his innocent baby girl. I don't, and I'm not lying. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm not lying. I'm genuinely not. Yeah, you can believe me about that, because nah, I don't have interest in any of that shit, babe, thanks. Yeah. I mean, I'm paralysed from the waist down, so what the fuck's it gonna do anyway?
You know what she's talking about there, implying.
What the fuck's that shit gonna do for me? Nothing. Tingle in my fingertip, maybe. Sorry, a bit crude. This is funny. Not being funny, I might as well just hold it in my hand. It's the most feeling I'm gonna get from that sort of thing. Jesus. What's that? Oh, face is full. Yeah, I wouldn't feel it, literally. I would not feel anything at all. That's literally the funniest thing. That's literally what I mean. That's why I said it.
This is a recording. Not alive.
Jesus. You didn't even clock onto it. FYI, guys, I'm your best friend and I am paralysed, so there you go.
I think that's the end of it.
For people who aren't aware, have just come in.
What? Let me just get that off so I can get the
Just a
proof.
quick explanation, and then we're going to explain who.
And then I'll go through the statement. Oh, forehead! Look at the size of that. Now, that was the video of Kirsten 5 or 6 days ago. She is having a conversation with one person in her on her account. She says that
It was a small account.
it was a small account. She says, "Are you watching me in the shower?" She goes on to say, "If you were here, I'd have you helping me in the shower." She also says that she is paralysed, so she wouldn't be able to feel it, if you get the gist. She says you're not Daddy's innocent little girl anymore. This person is 16 years old. 16. Kirsten knew this person is 16. I have got the proof right here that she knows. She says age is but a number.
And Kirsten's 26, by the way.
Kirsten is 26 years old. That mod, this girl was a mod. 16 years old. This is not the first time that do you know what? Since something got mentioned about a minor possibly being a mod, I have had people reaching out to me, sending me screenshots of them on WhatsApp with Kirsten, and they were 15, 16, 17. This mod is no longer there. Yesterday morning, 3 mods left. Most of their mods left yesterday. Just to clarify before I show and read the statement, this has been reported. I reported it to the MASH safeguarding teams, the police. Another scary thing, and I've got permission to share all this. This minor is in care. I have spoken to the girl's support worker. She reached out to me. She didn't disclose her real age at first, so I was supporting her. I found out on Sunday when I asked her for the honest truth how old she was, and she confided in me, and she told me that Kirsten knew.
And we got her out of there.
Her support worker is fully aware. I have a contact line with her support worker. I'm not a professional, but because she is a minor and, you know, I had to contact someone. So a support worker, I have spoken to her support worker about it. It's been reported, safeguarding's been put in place. The girl has finally stepped away from Kirsten. And I'll tell you one thing, Kirsten, if you're listening, she is protected. So you can stop with the messages. She has made a statement. Now, I was a bit unsure about not the statement, but allowing her the chance to share her story.
Have her voice.
Because other people have been dragged for having 16-year-olds or 17-year-olds, you know, speak or whatever. She's not coming in the box. She's not nothing like that. But she sent me a statement, and she deserves to be heard.
And she's done it with her support workers.
Yeah, that's all in the statement. But she deserves to be heard. And this as well, any parents that might be watching, monitor your children's devices because you do not know who they are speaking to. I will go into the statement because I've got... I'll show you... First of all, I'll put the wrong pin in. I'll show you the screenshots of the proof that this girl had told Kirsten her real age. Some of the mods went to Kirsten and questioned her age. And Kirsten just you know, brushed it off. I'll show you the proof of, and like I said, I've been sent this with permission. I have cut out the girl's messages in some of them because I'm not going to share her, you know, what she's saying, given her age and everything. Even if she wants me to, there's some things that I'm not going to share. Because unlike Kirsten, I have morals. So, let me flip. I'm not going to like me live again. Actually. This is bad. I need to... Okay, so to show this proof, I have to show another part. I know my reflections in my glasses. It doesn't matter. I don't get sent any dodgy stuff anymore, so it doesn't matter. I need to say, when I read this out, I mean, the advice she's given her is disgusting, but I do want to put a trigger warning for an eating disorder and talks about eating and food. So, what did, let me see what the Observer
Are you
said.
doing the proof first?
Wait,
And then this?
this is the proof, but the proof's in this.
Oh, right.
No, I will not be giving the identity away or anything. Like, I won't be doing that. So, just a quick trigger warning for eating disorder and talks. So, turn the screen off now, exit the live. I don't want anyone to get triggered by this, but it needs to be shown, because this is what a 26-year-old is saying to a 16-year-old who is struggling with eating. That's all I'm going to say. I do have permission to say that. So, honestly, because I can't eat, my body can feel sluggish, darling. This is why I drink a lot of Monsters or energy drinks, to give myself just a little bit more energy that I miss out on, which is why it is important to fuel your body with all the food you can, otherwise you will end up tired all the time, which unfortunately has happened to me on numerous occasions. I may be older, but you are mature enough. As the saying goes, age is but a number. 16, 17 or over 18, maturity is what matters most. I do know that if the haters or the awareness pages had the knowledge of you being under 18, they would use that to their advantage, unfortunately, just like any other little thing they choose to twist into their own narrative. One of them already said they want me on the SO register. So, not only... Oh no, it's the next one. So that is the proof right there that Kirsten knew this girl is underage. This was when they first started speaking about 4 weeks ago. So she knew. So if she wants to sit there and tell people, like she has been, that, oh, she told me she was 19, that is bullshit. She told the girl to keep quiet about her age. Where is that? This is the trigger warning about the ED. This just... Also, you do have to think to yourself that you are lucky that you have the option to eat, because I no longer have that option, as it was taken out of my hands. Now I can't eat. I find it helpful to chew the food that is tasty to me, and then I spit it into a tissue, and that is purely for the taste and satisfaction more than anything. Try and have a biscuit and yogurt for me. Your body needs fuel. Telling someone about chewing and spitting when they have disclosed they have an ED is not... Yes. Saying that she's lucky. Honestly, I've got loads to go through. I want to read the statement. I want to read the statement because this will show you the true impact that Kirsten has on these people.
Are you ready?
Do a show it or just read it?
Read it.
No, show it and read it, or just...
No, just read it.
Actually, I'm not going to show it because I want to leave something out. So I'm not going to...
Yeah, no, read it out.
I'm not going to show the whole thing because there's something in there actually that I don't want to share. I know she's watching, but I'm not going to share your name or anything from the statement, just to protect you and keep you safe, but I will read it out. So this is the statement from the 16-year-old that Kirsten befriended and modded up the person from that clip where Kirsten says about, I'd have you helping me in the shower. So I'll read it out. I've had to screenshot, so if I pause, I'm just swiping. Let me check it's the right way. Okay, so this is not me, this is from... I will read it out. I'm not going to show it because I actually want to leave something out of it with their information in. So it says, hello everyone. Firstly, we need to start this off by saying that the following statement has been typed by a support worker. However, the experience and the words of the below statement are accurate. Hey, my name is... I am 16 years old and I live in care due to sadly losing... I'm getting emotional already.
Do you want me to read it?
Sorry guys, I read this earlier. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Sorry guys. It just... The situation is so sad. Whoo! Jesus. I need a Snickers. Whew. Sorry, I apologise. I told you guys this would happen.
Do you want me to do it?
No, it's alright, I've got it. I feel like I'm running a marathon. I am 16 years old and I live in care due to sadly losing my mum at the age of 14. Kirsten came up on my TikTok quite a few times, but at the time that they came up, it did not look like very nice things. I went into Kirsten's real life and started speaking to her. I came onto TikTok to make friends due to struggling to make friends in real life. I have a hearing impairment and have always found communicating difficult, and so online I can type when speaking out loud feels difficult. I have been receiving speech therapy, which is working wonders. Tash and Julie have both been amazing in praising my speech and building my confidence up, which has contributed to me feeling even more confident. Next page. Me and Kirsten became very close. We were like sisters. Kirsten said that my mum brought me to her, which made me feel warm inside at the time and made me feel as though I had found a friend. Kirsten would say things like, you are my world, and if I ever lost you as a friend, I don't know what I would do. And she would say things like, we are sisters for life and I love you so much. This made me feel really special, and still now, even though I am free, still now that side of our friendship which makes me feel lost and sad. However, I know that within time I will become stronger, and this has taught me what real friendships look like and that you cannot trust everybody. I was Kirsten's main point of call when she needed somebody during medical episodes. This would include me not sleeping during the night, feeling worried, scared, sick and anxious. I called an ambulance every night for at least 2 weeks in a row, and all of the other times it was at least every other night or every few nights. She did not acknowledge even once or sound concerned at how much I was doing for her. She asked me to stay on call with her until the paramedics arrived and then record the call when the paramedics were there, as she wanted evidence if they treated her badly, as she told me she had bad experience previously. The last phone call had was my final wake-up call that I needed. Guys, this is very interesting, and this is very interesting. Just to explain a tiny little bit, that the paramedics didn't turn Kirsten's phone off when they took her to hospital, and these two mods heard everything. So the last phone call I had was my final wake-up call that I needed. I heard things like, this is presenting as a non-epileptic seizure and you need to come out of this yourself, and that all of the obs are fine, including oxygen. I also heard them saying that they need to remove the tubes due to them not being needed. There was part missed out, but I'll say it. I don't care. It was also heard them saying, if it's not epilepsy, then what is it? Now, if she had epilepsy, why are they saying if it's not epilepsy? Just saying. Now, trigger warning for this next part. Trigger warning for this part. This is where she talks about her ED and things that were said. But her story deserves to be heard, so I am going to speak on it. But just a trigger warning for anyone talks of eating disorder. I also have an eating disorder, and she would say things to me like, I chew food and spit it out for the taste. And this is something I started to do myself because it sounded like a good idea at the time. She also told me flavours of Monster that were the best ones and said they are a good source of energy. There was one time that I told her I felt fat and was struggling to eat, and then she made a huge thing on live around feeling triggered and upset, even though she would say things a lot that would trigger myself. She also spoke about medication and was saying on her live which medications make you gain weight, and one of those medications I take, I became petrified of taking it after the conversation with Kirsten. I started to argue with the staff who look after me. Kirsten also spoke with me on a live about sexually explicit things which made me feel uncomfortable at the time. There was one time where I was really poorly with a UTI and she went on live saying that she thinks I've copied her because she suddenly had a urine infection too. I did not copy her, I generally had one which was treated. I am also diagnosed with autism, and she was asking me questions about my autism, the symptoms, how I cope, etc. And she then started to copy me. Oh, this is bad. I was also going to post her my hospital passport, which my care team wanted to fill in. You can request a hospital passport from anywhere, which I didn't know, but she was claiming she can't leave the house and I felt bad for her. Just to clarify, she said that if this girl sent a hospital passport, she'd send her colouring books. Colouring books. She didn't send it her, and the support worker took the girl's hospital passport off her so they could all fill it in together. I made them aware of it so that they could keep it safe. A hospital passport is it's like a form that you fill in from your hospital where, like, if you've got autism or some extra needs, it's like what may help you, kind of.
Once you're there. Yeah,
once you're there and stuff. So, yeah, she asked for her hospital passport. She also once told me that she had run out of equipment for her Dexcom and it can be life-threatening if she doesn't have it. She said she only had £3 and that she needs to buy the equipment as it could put her life in danger. Her mum would not help her with the funds and she would not be able to get it prescribed on time, so I offered to buy this for her. On another occasion, she had run out of glucose and sent me the glucose that she uses, which I was going to buy for her, but luckily I had someone who told me not to, so I didn't. Kirsten asked me a lot of questions about my accommodation, how many people I live with, how many staff I have, what it's like, what the rules are, etc., which also made me feel uncomfortable because that kind of information is private. However, I was kind of scared of her, so I would just tell her these things anyway. There are a few reasons as to why I am scared of her. She threatened to BEHEAD somebody, take their head off, said that she wanted someone in a body bag, etc. I also spoke about Kira Cousins in the group chat. I also spoke about Kira Cousins and how she used a reborn and told everybody it was a real baby. Kirsten said she didn't see any issue in it as she had not hurt anyone and told the mods to stop talking about it because it was triggering her, which rang a lot of alarm bells in my head as to why Kirsten was defending and almost agreeing with Kira Cousins' actions of lying. I was also told by her that if I ring her dad out of concern for her, then our friendship would be over because I was told to ring an ambulance, not her dad. I would get woken up at 1am, 2am, and sometimes 3am by other mods not knowing what to do because she had made them aware that only I knew what I was doing. So she latched onto me, and because I care, I had to be there for her, and I also loved her and cared about her like a sister. I feel sad that most of it was lies and that I had sleepless nights and anxiety for no reason. Looking back, I now know that this was not a healthy friendship. However, at the time it felt nice because she said I was her world and her sister, and I still miss her sort of. But I know within time it will get easier, and I hope that moving forward I can make healthy and kind friends. Then she says, I enjoy playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, Animal Crossing and Fortnite. I love colouring and I'm trying to learn to crochet and don't get it, and I feel like throwing the yarn out the window just because, and I like funny things. I'm a funny thing. I want to reassure everybody that I am now doing fine. I am eating better. I am taking my medication as prescribed without arguing with the staff. Tash spoke with one of my support workers on the phone and has been amazing. I have all of the support I need around me to get through. It's been difficult and I feel hurt, but I know within time I will be okay. I saw a lot of seizures, which look real, and I witnessed a lot around eating, etc. And it all spins around in my head, but I have support and I will be fine. Tash and Julie have been amazing, and I could not have done any of this without them. They really have been my saving grace into helping me realise that Kirsten wasn't and never has been. Julie's crying as well. They really have been my saving grace into helping me realise that Kirsten wasn't and never has been a true friend to me. Being in contact with other ex-mods has also helped me see that I'm not the only one and that we are all in this together. Finally, I want to say that I have given Tash full permission to share any recordings, screenshots or evidence on this live. I also want to say that even though I may be 16, I really hope I can join the Discord soon and make friends. I also want to apologise if anyone has been affected by me supporting Kirsten. I try to be kind to everybody. As my support workers say, I am a sweet girl. Haha. I hope to get to know you all, and what Tash and Julie both do is so extremely important. They are there to support you the whole way and make people see that Kirsten tells a lot of lies and hurts a lot of people. I am sending all of my love and lots of hugs to all previous mods and anybody else who may have been affected by Kirsten. Thank you for reading, and I love you all. Just because. That's a little thing she always says, just because.
Just because.
But that was a statement from a 16-year-old who Kirsten befriended. And, gosh, you're probably crying, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she also said that she wanted me just to be clear that her support worker is taking all of the correct steps and actions to report this and put things in place. Obviously, we have also reported it as well to MASH and the police, so there are things being put in place, both on her side and in the sense of being reported and you know, is it wrote or written?
Put down.
Sorry, I need a toot. And if anyone wants to, you probably know you are, but if anyone wants to come at me and says, oh, she was talking to a 16-year-old, first of all, she didn't disclose her real age to me. When she did, I immediately took the steps to protect her. I was not going to abandon the girl when she needed somebody the most. If we were to just say, oh, blocked, can't speak to you, who knows what situation this girl would get herself into. So, just to clarify that, you know, I spoke to a social worker and there are things in place too. Because this girl gave Kirsten her address as well. Which Kirsten should not be accepting addresses off minors. And the fact that she nearly spent money. Now, you know, kids and care don't get a lot of money. And the fact that she was probably going to spend a month's worth of allowance to buy Kirsten a Dexcom and glucose. It makes me sick. And the fact that she's having conversations about technical things, knowing full well that this girl is 16 years old. And of course, previously, Kirsten has sent pictures of her body parts to a 17-year-old. She got called out 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago, for doing this stuff, talking to minors in inappropriate ways.
Cass wanted Mod to sit on her knee, didn't she?
Oh, and I had another mod who is over 18, but she's not. She's doing, you know, her own time and everything. But Kirsten was making comments saying she wanted this mod to sit on her knee. Do Kay's parents know? Yes, they do, and I'll go through that in a minute. Their response is disgusting. Disgusting.
Did you want to do their response now?
No, I'll just go through these screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah, having to ring an ambulance every single night. Every single night at the age of 16. Being woken up by phone calls to say, Kirsten's having a seizure and we're supposed to ring you. Ring her parents. You know, the ones that brought her to life, gave her life. The ones that are supposed to be looking after her. Being a parent does not just stop when someone turns 18. And I'm sorry, but if that's how you think, then you should never conceive. I don't care if, yeah. Composure. There's another girl in here who was friends with Kirsten when she was 16, 17, and she was petrified because of the way Kirsten would be towards her. I'm not going to say who the minor is. I'm not going to say that. But, you know, there's another girl in here who is not a minor anymore, just to clarify, but she was 17 when she received pictures of Kirsten's shit. What? Who thinks that sending shit, a picture of shit, to a minor is okay?
And for anyone who doesn't know about the body parts.
Yeah, and a picture of her breast and her lower area, which is just sickening. Absolutely sickening. So she sent me quite a lot of screenshots of conversations. Now there's some that I'm not gonna show. Yes, the minor that has done the statement is not a mod anymore. She has got away, and things are being put in place to, you know, help her. Now there's some things that on screenshots that Kirsten said to her that wait, let me just double check. One sec, let me check. I don't want to say nothing. I want to make sure that it's... I'm just going to wait for her reply really quick. But anyone who joined later on, I shown a video before of Kirsten Cunningham sitting in a live with the 16-year-old who she befriended and groomed. And yes, I'm going to say she groomed her because that is exactly what she did. Saying to her, "Are you watching me in the shower? If you were here, I'd have you helping me in the shower." Talking about how she doesn't feel anything down there and that she'd put it Okay. So, one of the conversations that Kirsten had with this girl now, reflections, sorry. I'm gonna go to the opticians and get reflective glasses, or maybe I'll just take them off in a minute but then I can't see, so it's a bit of a catch-22. I'll be like this, trying to read the comments, and no one wants to see me that close up. So, one of the things... Now, this girl has shared that she was in foster care and then in a children's home after losing her mum 2 years ago. Kirsten turned round. Oh, it makes me so fucking angry. Kirsten turned round to the girl and said to her, well, you're lucky that you went into foster care because I had to stay at home and be around everybody grieving whilst you didn't have to be around anyone who was grieving. That is what Kirsten said to her. That she is lucky she went into foster care. She also told her not to take the offer to move into a halfway house. The girl's nearly 17. Kirsten told her, don't take the offer of the halfway house because of all the bills. Now, the halfway house is there as a leeway between the children's home and having independence when she's 18. It's like a learning curve. And Kirsten was telling her not to take the offer of help. That angered me. Do you know what I mean? Like, she also told the girl that she was going to get gastroparesis. And she also told the girl that if she drank energy drinks, she'd have a heart attack. That sent her into a spiral of anxiety. Put a finger over the camera. That's a good idea. I'll get onto some of the screenshots. There's no particular order of them. They're just... Oh, I'm showing the neighbour's living room that we borrowed. There's no order. They are just named. You know me. I like to be a little bit organised sometimes. Let me just have a sip of water.
You're doing well.
Let me have a sip of water real quick. Everyone just talk amongst yourselves.
Should I sing?
Oh, well, I'm not allowed to sing. Yeah, I see your comments on Facebook saying, please don't let Tasha sing. I see them.
They said, you can sing if I fart.
Yeah, talking about me being late. Listen, it takes a while to look this beautiful. So let's get into it. Stop being so unserious. Yeah, this is your sign to hydrate. If you need to take meds, take your meds. If you need a wee or a poo, make sure you do. Is that right?
Wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands. So, these are just some screenshots of different instances and things that kind of show the grooming and that are alarming. Now, the girl was saying that she wants to ring dad, not an ambulance anymore. I know you can't see, I'm just explaining quickly. I will read them out, don't worry. Wait, why are we saying good luck to Vic? What's Vic doing? Sorry, Vic, what you doing?
What?
Don't know, everyone's saying good... I don't know what it is, but good luck, Vic. Good luck. Bowel prep. Oh, yeah, good luck. Good luck. I'm wishing you all the best. So, this girl said she wants to ring dad, not an ambulance, and Kirsten kind of got a little bit annoyed by it. So, she says, I told you Kirsten is the white. I told you if I'm feeling poorly, I'm not telling you in the future. And that's your decision. I can't control what you decide. Yeah, but you can control my life when I physically can't. Then the girl responds, I feel grateful that I'm not the only person in your life because I know that if my help is not good enough, you have plenty of people to approach. Kirsten says, well, I'm not asking anyone. I'll just unalive and I really don't care. What do you mean? Why would you say that and what makes you feel that way? I don't approach people in general, and now I never will ever again after this conversation. This girl is 16.
That's Spain.
And she is saying, oh, I'll just go and unalive. And because of what you've said, I'm never going to approach people ever again. So this is because the girl said that she wants to ring Dad, not an ambulance. I'm saying what you've decided is making me more at risk and even less trusting. That's not directly your fault, but it's your decision. How can your own dad put you at more risk and as he gets here faster? I'm sorry, but that makes no sense. It does if you know, but I cannot speak anymore, so bye, I guess. You would think she's a 16-year-old? No, that is not fair, Kirsten. I would like to know more about what you mean by being unsafe with your dad because it's extremely alarming. I'm not trying to tie your hands, I'm freeing them. I'm letting you go of a burden. I'm letting you go of a... I'm not... Oh. There's a lot more she says about her dad that I know, but at the moment, the people who have the messages about that are not quite ready to speak out just yet. But what the things Kirsten says her dad does, I don't know how he is sitting there and letting her say this. I actually said to him last night, just like, you know, Kirsten said this about you. And he said, well, she's lying then because it's not true. Her own father said she was lying about things that she said. So then we have... So this was when she needed a Dexcom. The dry begging is so right there. Hope you're okay here if you need me. I'll be alright, trying to figure out how to get my sensor sorted. I'm thinking about buying one to come tomorrow, but they're so expensive. I have them script, but not till Thursday, Friday. Can you afford it? I don't want you going without. That's scary if you need it. That's a bit of time to wait. Kinda gonna have to ask Mum to lend me. Oh, okay, I hope she can. Let me know. I'm so anxious to go without one because knowing me, something catastrophic will happen. Yeah, it's making me anxious now, too. This is the dry begging, the manipulation. By saying, oh, if I go without one, something catastrophic is going to happen. She knows that the girl is going to get anxious and offer to buy one. Who are you recording?
Well, I don't think you're doing Kirsten.
She's live.
I know she will be.
Oh, are you not recording her?
No, I was seeing if that was on, but he's not doing it, I don't think.
We need more devices.
I've got about 27.
We need more devices. Sorry, guys.
Do you want me to do the opposite then? What you've just said? Or do you want me to ask Drew?
Oh, I'll have to go and delete that comment on my post. Thanks, Drew. Thank you. Thank you. I'll go and delete it after. Once we're done, if she's still live, I'll come to her. See what she's got to say for herself. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. So then with the Dexcom, the girl said, you know, well, if you need, you know, was the conversation about the girl buying the Dexcom went further. She said, oh, bless your golden heart. You're literally potentially a lifesaver in this scenario. In fact, you're a lifesaver because of calling the AMBO last night, and I can't thank you enough. I will send the link, but please don't feel like you have to. And if you can't, please don't, and don't stress. We will get through somehow. Then sends the link and says, this is the one I normally have, and it's the cheapest type of sensor I can find. Don't buy it if you can't. I don't want you stressed, but here's the link, and this is the cheapest one I've found. Mom, Drew's recording here, so you can go back to normal. We got eyes in all the right places. So that is her basically trying to get the mod to... Oh, this one's about me. Woo! Finally. No, I'm joking. This is about me.
Sorry, did you say Drew's recording?
Wait, why are people saying it? Oh.
Did you say Drew's recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as people will know, Kirsten got her mods to report me to the DWP, which I find really funny, and, you know, no hard feelings against the mods. I've spoken to them, and I've told them that there's not even need for an apology. I forgive them. I don't care, because I know what Kirsten is like. Now, she reported me. And then the other night I put a So the other night Power Wash Simulator 2 came out, and anyone who knows will know that I have been waiting for this game for so long, and it came out. So I put a story up saying that I am so happy and excited. I'm about to get that imaginary paycheck. Because on Power Wash Simulator, you get paid so you can buy new power washers. So I put that story up, and Kirsten put this in her group chat. Looks like Tasha SH has been contacted by DWP. Huh? What do you mean? In her story, she has said about working so hard right now to get this massive imaginary paycheck. So was just thinking. We reported her. Blank did the anonymous report to DWP. My story was about a fucking Xbox game where I power wash cabins, cars, and billboards. Nothing about the DWP.
Are you hiding extra money from me? I'm going to up your rent.
She also said in the same live, she said that I put a story up, and I know some of you will remember the live where my mum was crying about my disability, and everyone was saying, oh, poor Julie, poor Julie. And then I said that I cried myself to sleep, and everyone started laughing. So I put a story up the other day, the other week, saying that, you know, oh, just want to let you know that I was going to cry myself to sleep, guys, but then I remembered that you all laughed at me, so I decided not to. Kirsten said that was about her, that I was taking the piss out of her, fake crying. I was literally talking about people laughing at me when I said that if anyone needs your front garden power washed, hit me inbox, but it's cash in hand only. There's another screenshot. Oh, why does it keep doing this? I am sick to death. It's this way, that's why.
And don't forget, guys, stay around, because we've got the transcript of the nearly an hour phone call with Kirsten's mum and dad coming up.
So with the DWP, Kirsten said, I'm earning her more money. Someone put she's got too much time on her hands. Kirsten said, could say the same about me, but I actually have a lot to contend with, whereas she just stalks me. I've got nothing to contend with, Mum. I've got nothing to contend with. You know, I haven't got a life-limiting, rare, muscle-wasting disease that is progressive and gets worse every day, and I fall over every day. And my brother also has the same thing, where he's in the end stages, and we worry about him not being here every single day. But I've got nothing to contend with.
No, got nothing to worry about.
No, should we cancel my cardiologist and say we don't need her? I've got nothing to contend with.
Yeah, I think you're faking.
Mum, you're not supposed to say that, Jesus. And then she says that it does. She's making 200 plus a month. And with UC, you can't have any income if you're not fit to work. Can anybody see this £200 a month? Because I can't seem to find it. We haven't even been making £200 for the charity. I'm not going to lie. Because I haven't had my gifts on. And I'm not on the Creator Fund. So I don't earn any money from videos. I do the videos because, firstly, the awareness is important. And secondly, I love having a laugh and making funny videos. But when gifts are on, they all go to charity. And the proof is there. But don't need to keep going on about it, but it does make me giggle. Back to the 16-year-old. We've got a few more to go through. So, context behind this. Kirsten did a voice note and said to the mods, if anybody calls my dad when I'm having a seizure and not an ambulance, I will end the friendship. So this mod, who was 16, said, yet you threaten to end friendships if people call them out of concern. I threatened to end friendships because I saw your true colours and they are not pretty. You need to focus on your own mental health. I don't even think you know who you are or how you are. So accusing others is disgusting and disgraceful behaviour. They said, that is extremely narcissistic. I will never take your words into account, unfortunately. The girl also said that, you know, she heard the doctors saying, if it's not epilepsy, what is it? Is it behavioural? And she confronted Kirsten. Kirsten said, I've just shown proof they're not. The professionals have fact and opinion. Their certain opinion is different to the fact. That's nothing I can change. Now, yes, it was recorded. What the paramedics said was what the doctors and paramedics... Because Kirsten asked the mods to record the FaceTime so she could see if the hospital was treating her badly.
Because she used to claim that they did, didn't they?
That's why it was recorded. She also was screaming and shouting at the paramedics. She wasn't on blues or twos. And she also was having a seizure, and then they said, we're going to take your tubes out. And then they went near her, and she obviously started screaming, so says it all. She's saying she's shown proof. Now, what she's shown was I'm not showing it. No, I'm not going to show that. It's a hospital setting. It's doctors, and so that I don't think that would ever publicly be shared because it can break laws by sharing that. So, as much as I would love to be able to say, here is the proof, people have got to protect themselves legally. And it's not fair on the doctors as well. The proof that Kirsten apparently shown was about this much of her letter from the epilepsy centre, and the only thing it says, I haven't downloaded it, I forgot, it says advice for GP. Refer patient to rheumatology for formal diagnosis of EDS with a question mark. That is the only thing she's shown. And the rest of the advice to the GP was cropped out. Nothing about the epilepsy. Just, she's shown that today. Yes. The question mark is query. So they're saying, basically, she needs referring to rheumatology to see if she has EDS or not. But then she said she was diagnosed at a young age. Makes no sense. I'm going to get that tattooed on me. Here is Kirsten saying, the hospital was shocking again. I was in respiratory arrest and then I started breathing on my own. So then they just left me. She also asked this 16-year-old if she would speak to her dad and tell him all about how the paramedics treat her. So she's saying they were in respiratory arrest and they just left her. Just left her there. Again, I'll show this bit just for anyone new. Kirsten Cunningham will try and say that she didn't know the age of the mod. Here it is. Kirsten Cunningham. I may be older, but you are mature enough. As the saying goes, age is but a number. 16, 17 or over 18. Maturity is what matters most. I do know that if the haters or the awareness pages had the knowledge of you being under 18, they would use that to their advantage, unfortunately. So she wants to say that she did. Oh, I didn't know that she was 16. She told me she was 19. Liar. I got a bit of her.
She's done it before, told someone to keep their age a secret, hasn't she?
The girl she sent pictures to was 17, and she told her to tell everyone else that she was 19.
And she's been talking to girls who were doing the GCSEs and everything.
Yeah. I've had parents. I had a parent message me and say that they were worried their 14-year-old daughter was in her lives and speaking to her. I said, let me know her username and I can see if she comes into the lives. Lo and behold, the day after, the 14-year-old was in the live. So I told her parent, and her parent took the right steps and, confiscated her phone and had a good talk on it. Now onto the way Kirsten speaks to all of the mods in regards to S-baiting and worrying them. Now let's remember this girl is 16 years old when Kirsten is saying this, and this is grooming, this is manipulation. S-baiting is, how do I say this without saying it? S-baiting is basically saying like, well, I'm going to go and do something to myself now. SUI.
Yeah, don't say.
Sui, I don't want to say too much. Yeah. Which you will know, Ivy, that she does a lot. All the time. So, she says, I'm sorry, but I'm not talking anymore tonight. Not because of you, I'm just hurting and not great. So the girl said, okay, no problem. If that's how you feel, I understand. Are you safe? She says, depends what you mean. I'm not safe, no, but I'm not going to hurt myself. What do you mean by not safe? I'm not saying anymore because this is what is going to lead, and I know it's going to just make it worse. Okay, that is your choice, but I would recommend calling someone if you don't feel safe. There's the second part to this. So then, not anymore, right, okay, I'm confused, but okay. She says, I told you if I'm feeling poorly, I'm not telling you in the future. Wait, have I shown this? I've shown this. Is this the right one? I've shown this. Oh. I was showing it. Okay, guys, calm down. I'm just a girl, okay? You don't all have to show her once. But then she'll say things like, I'm not asking anyone, I'll just unalive and I really don't care. At 1 o'clock in the morning to a fucking 16-year-old. And what is worse is she will then go quiet and just leave these mods up all night. Worrying about what do we do. This one is her trying to coax people into reporting people. Now, she tried to report she tried to get all the mods to report one of the ex-mods to her hospital for apparently abusing rugs. Now, this lady is waiting for a heart transplant. And if they would have actually reported it and something would have happened, that lady could have lost her chance of getting a heart transplant. Would you know what that would lead to? So in this, she says, I don't even know if she's anything to do with them. There's a group of them all that call themselves awareness pages. The mutual friend wasn't even an in-life friend. There isn't any sorting this out through talking. It's gonna have to be police. I need as many people reporting her to the police as possible. Natasha Davis is her name. She got my last name right, and she called me Natasha. That's only when I'm in trouble. I feel naughty. We're nearly done, then we can go on to the phone call. This one, she's talking about... Wait, am I glitching? Am I glitching?
You're right on mine.
Yeah, my name backwards is R. Satan. I was made for this. Okay, thank you. Okay, so she's talking about... In this one, she's talking about paramedics and how they treated her. But look what she says about them. Apparently, it's the first time he's seen me like this and thinks I'm a rug seeker and was completely aware of what I was doing. She sent a recording from her Ring doorbell of the paramedics when they left. This was the night, I remember this. This was the night that the paramedics left her when she was having a seizure because she became aggressive. The paramedics walked out of her house because she became aggressive. The 16-year-old then had to re-ring an ambulance because Kirsten went back into a seizure. So when they left, she got the Ring doorbell up and she says that they were saying she's a rug seeker. Her words, not mine. This is the type of thing she'd say to a 16-year-old. I'm going, babe, this is too much for me. Life isn't mine to live. What do you mean, Kirsten? Are you now unsafe? Then she would go quiet. And she just wouldn't say nothing. So she would leave these people sitting there like, what is she do? What do we do? There's nothing I can do. And this is repetitive. This is what she does. But to a 16-year-old, nah. Scouts coming out. This again is about the way the hospital treated her. Sorry, I'm trying to go through as quickly as possible. Ivy in the chat is also a recent ex-mod. She was on the live the other day. Love Ivy. You know, Kirsten treated her like absolute shit, as always. So she says the girl says they can't do that. You had a seizure. And Kirsten says, well, they did. Unfortunately, I had 3 members of staff saying I was being aggressive and verbally abusive. Were they even talking about me? Because that's not me at all. And we both know that. But even if I was, I'd just come out of a seizure and no one knows how that feels apart from the person. I did cut out the girl's response. But unfortunately, I knew they were talking about me because it was 4 people and fucking security called. What am I gonna do? I can't walk. I can't just jump off the bed. I would never hit anyone. Like, what the fuck? And calling security for someone shouting and being distressed is horrid. Kirsten has assaulted NHS staff members before. That's why they're called security, Kirsten. That is why. Not because you came out of a seizure, but because you're known for abusing staff. Shouting racist remarks at staff as well. We're nearly there, guys. Nearly there. I'm going through alphabetical order.
And then the phone call.
We'll talk about what her parents said. Yeah, she made racist comments to an NHS staff member. That there was, without going into much detail, because this family's privacy is a priority. There was a lady who was passing over in hospital, and her. Yeah, I've got the leg one. I'll show it in a minute. There was a lady passing over in hospital and her family were there with her. They were, having their last moments with her. And all they could hear was Kirsten screaming, calling the staff members pedalos, telling them to not fucking touch her. And just screaming while this family is saying goodbye to their loved one. And she was in a corridor, Kirsten, because the NHS is struggling. They haven't got room. But she does not care about other people. In this one, she said that she had another seizure at 8:30, 9 o'clock, but transport picked her up at 10 o'clock. So she's having seizures, and then the hospital are like, right, yeah, it's your time to go. Kirsten has said that her care plan for the hospital is for them to just send her home. They order the first transport in the morning. There's a video playing, Oh. It's about me again, guys. My head is huge. She says, I think SH is jealous because I actually have a supportive family and proper friends and can make friends. The only way she can do that is through using me, and they aren't her real friends. Kirsten, I have had the same group of friends for 20 years. We met in school and we have been friends ever since. My best friend, Rachel, you all know who Rachel is. We have been best friends for 20 years. Her kids call me Auntie Tash. I am maid of honour at her wedding. Her fiance wanted me to be best man. I was going to wear half a suit and half a dress. So, no, I am not jealous because I have a great group of friends around me and I've met a lot of people through this.
Oh yeah, more about
that are my friends and that I can say are proper friends. As for my family, I've got 5 siblings that are all very supportive. I speak to them most days. I don't see them all because we're grown-ups and live different parts. But They are very supportive. I have a mother who unfortunately will not leave me alone.
I am your carer.
Oh, thank you for the million I forgot about likes. Thank you, guys. I'm not here for the likes or anything like that, but thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It just means that more people become aware of her, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Does that mean that I'm going to make £400 this month? Better tell DWP. I have got parents that are supportive. My parents are not enablers. When my parents found out that I was doing something bad to myself when I was using substances, not hurting anybody but myself, they put things in place to get me help and support me. They wouldn't let it carry on. That is supportive parents. Your parents sit there and let you do all this.
Well, we'll tell them about their parents.
Oh yeah, we'll tell them about supportive parents. I'm definitely not jealous, I'm telling you right now. Thank you for the likes again, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Did anyone notice that last time I had a grey popcorn pillow and now I've got a white popcorn pillow? We've even got teal popcorn pillows. Sorry. I've got 2 more screenshots to show, a short video, and then we'll do the hedgehogs.
Yeah, everyone says they're like little hedgehogs and I can't unsee it now.
They are!
Little hedgehogs, yeah.
Granddad! My granddad's not a hedgehog.
I was just going to say he's not a hedgehog.
No, he's not. He's dead.
He's not a dead hedgehog.
He's not a dead hedgehog. No, he's a human. Dead yeah.
Human.
You can say that, it's your dad.
Yeah.
So these two are what Kirsten would do. Sorry, I always take it down a notch. Oh, I'm sorry about your lip reading. Sorry, I've kept the camera this way so I could show the screenshots. But I will turn... Oh, they can't hear because they lip read and I'm talking to them. Oh. Can someone just say that I'll turn the camera around in a minute once I've just shown this? I feel really, really bad. And I've just responded to them and they can't... Oh. Guys, you can stop tapping now. Don't worry. Don't worry. You can stop tapping. I do appreciate it, honestly. Thank you, Little Mermaid. So this is what Kirsten would do. I've got 2 more screenshots. Kirsten would S-bait and make out like she was going to hurt herself or going away for a bit. I'm going to be taking some time out for a little while. If anyone desperately needs me, please WhatsApp call. But I'm just going for a bit. 4 minutes past 8, she says this. 4 minutes past 8. 6 minutes past 9. I'm okay. I turn my phone off for a bit. I'm going to go live, my lovelies, if anyone wants to join. She literally had the mods panicking. You can see they're like, no, it's not really okay. Question marks, message her. And then she turns up an hour after saying, oh, I'm going to go on live.
She's gone round a pot noodle.
Not allowed to say that. This is what she'd do. She would scare these people into thinking she's going to hurt herself and then turn up and say, I'm going on live, are you coming? Look, if I ever do that, someone shout at me. She would send videos of her eyes going funny to the 16-year-old to say I'm not feeling well. She would sit there and record herself passing out. She would record herself rolling her eyes and doing I'm a bit woozy and send it. Now, if you're passing out, you don't pass out and then watch the video. Yeah, that's good, send. No. It doesn't work like that. I've got a video and then we'll go on to parents. Now, I don't know the logistics behind paralysis and legs moving in a seizure because I don't have seizures and I can move my legs. However, the way she moves her leg in the seizure is it's not like it jerks. It repositions. But if anyone remembers, Kirsten states, go for a pee. She didn't state that. She got an SPC. I said that. She says that she could not have an epilepsy mattress because her legs do not move in a seizure. She says that when she has a seizure, her legs do not move at all, so she can't have an epilepsy mat because it wouldn't pick up the seizure. Now, I don't like showing these episodes, but it's very important to show this because she claims that her legs don't move in a seizure. That is her foot right there. Sorry, one sec. Sorry guys, one sec. Let me see.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah, you go message her and then say that I'll send. Sorry, something just came up. Tell her you speak to her and then tell her that I'll tell her not to be scared, not to worry. Kirsten is a wet wipe. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Sorry. Oh my lord, I didn't mean to say that like actually out loud. I'm not normally like that. Oh god. It just, when you see things like that, it makes you angry. I think that's everything. I'll turn the camera around now so you can all see my beauty. Trigger warning, stunning. Trigger warning, sexy lady. Trigger warning, massive forehead. That L'Oreal advert. But I will go on to the parents, if that's what you want to call them. That was about, for anyone who was unaware, Kirsten Cunningham had a 16-year-old mod, and she was having conversations about sexual things, saying that she would have her helping her in the shower.
Last night we were on the phone.
This was last night, and we wrote down notes. Because they really think that I'm not going to make notes when I'm speaking to them. The reason this call came about was have a little patience. Sorry, I sang, sorry. I messaged John, and I'm not going to lie. not gonna lie, I messaged John to say that I need to make you aware of things that are happening. Thank you, Freaky. Because with it coming out about the 16-year-old, her parents needed to know the inappropriate conversations that she is having. So John was like, yes, I'll give you a call after. So he rang me last night. It was about a 40-minute phone call. Now, I've made notes of things they said. Number one, it makes me angry, so I do apologise. So I confronted them about her interactions with minors, and their response was, we can't change what did or didn't happen. Nothing I can do about it. I'm trying to protect Kirsten. John, yeah, this is Kirsten's parents. This is the parents. So their response was that there's nothing they can do. They are there to protect Kirsten. Sorry, it makes me angry, so I need to be a dragon. Wait, I can't blow out my nose. Number two, I mentioned other minors being involved, and his response was, they're old enough to be manipulative, and Kirsten has been duped and manipulated by a lot of people, and the whole situation is unfair on Kirsten. That was when I said about other minors being hurt by her. Is it on the back or the next page? You're wasting trees. I'm going to ring Greta.
Tash, it's serious.
I know it is serious, Mum, but I'm being honest. I'm ringing Greta Thunberg. Because you're wasting trees. My hair is like irritating me. Number three. When I mentioned about the body pictures, the parents found it very hard to believe and said it's all just rumours. Now, I said that I would get the girl to send the pictures to Claire so she can see that it's not just a rumour. They said it's AI. They went on to say that Kirsten was manipulated into sending the pictures. Now, I have seen the conversation that took place before she sent them. Kirsten was not manipulated. She said to this 17-year-old, can I show you something? And then sent a picture of her pubes and her breast and her feces. John said that the pictures are not in a sensual way. He was saying, well, did it have a bruise on it? Because that's probably why she sent it, because I gave her CPR. It does not matter. You cannot be sending pictures of body parts to a 17-year-old if you are over 18.
And also explain the picture was a full boob out, wasn't it?
A full breast out at the top. Number 4. They called ex-mods devious, and Claire said, if what you're saying is true, what are we supposed to do about it? Parent your child. They said it shouldn't be brought to our door. But it wouldn't be if they stepped in. Number 5. I mentioned that I do not claim everything is fake, but I don't think she has epilepsy. John replied saying, or non-epilepsy, We don't know.
We don't know.
So the conversation went like this. I don't think she has epilepsy. John said, or non-epilepsy. We don't know. So they do not know if their daughter has epilepsy or not. Non-epileptic seizures.
Out of his own mouth, I heard with my ears.
I didn't actually click onto that until she wrote it down. Number 6, they said, if ever the day comes where we have proof or evidence of anything, then we will show it. So they haven't got any proof of what Kirsten's claiming. Otherwise, they'd show it. But they are literally saying, if the day comes where they have the evidence, then they're going to show it.
We're waiting, John.
But apparently they've got it. Number 7 was about the air ambulance. So, she didn't even have to write down what was said because I remember this.
That was so funny.
So they went on to say about how people were, say how people were claiming about the air ambulance was fake. They said that Kirsten has never been in an air ambulance. So I questioned it because a couple of nights ago, Kirsten was on a small account saying that she had been in an air ambulance, taken up and transported to hospital. So I said to them, well, can I just ask, you're saying that Kirsten's never been in an air ambulance. How come she is on live saying that she has? And they went quiet. And then they both went, well, there might have been one time she went in it, but we don't know because we weren't there. Surely you know if your child has been in an air ambulance transported to hospital. Surely you know that. So, kind of tripped up there. This one made me angry. And I didn't shout, but I did say, no, I'm not having this, no. I said, no, that is not fair, you can't say this. They said that Kirsten's ex-mods were time wasters. I said, that is unfair, these mods have been up all night calling ambulances. Claire said, well, I've not asked anybody to. Just gonna have vape. These people, these children, are staying up all hours of the night to tend to their child while they sleep peacefully. Next page. So this is about the halfway through. Oh, Miss Davis. We're halfway through the conversation with Kirsten's parents. Now, Kirsten made comments and threats saying she wanted to hunt someone down and BEHEAD them. She also said that the person needs a body bag and that also if Kirsten gets her hands on them, then epilepsy would be the least of their worries. So when I brought this up with their parents, their response was, don't you think that's going a bit over the top? So I said to them, I will send you the screenshots. I will send you them. Then they said, don't you find it strange that people are taking this and comment so seriously? Your daughter has just threatened to remove someone's head. My apologies for taking that seriously. when I said that it's scaring people, they laughed and said, oh dear. They laughed at people being scared. And were saying, oh dear. Oh dear. It's not going to be oh dear when your daughter lands in prison.
And can I just say, guys, as well, at first John was talking and then Kirsten's mum, Claire, took over and she was doing all the speaking and John went very quiet.
Then we went on to say, when Kirsten said to me that she could move her hips, when I said she told me she could move her hips, they acted surprised. John said, I don't know what she can or can't feel. This was last night. This was a conversation from last night. When I told them that she told me she can move her hips, they went, oh, we didn't know that. So, Kirsten's mum said that she was in the hospital the day that she came around from the seizure and she noticed she couldn't use her legs. Now, I just want to point out that she said that she was there when Kirsten came around from the seizure and couldn't use her legs. Kirsten says that she was put in a medically induced coma and then they woke her up from the coma and her legs weren't working. So Kirsten is saying it was a coma and her mum is saying it was a seizure. Now, they are two very different things. Two very different things. Contradictions. She then went on to say, I know I was there 4 years ago when she became paralysed. So I said 3. And she went, no, I was there. I said, well, that's funny because Kirsten says 3 years. And also her videos when she says, oh, my legs aren't working, I became paralysed, they don't know why, but then said it's FND, was 3 years ago. But her mum was adamant that it was 4. So when I said, no, it was 3 years ago, that's what Kirsten says. She said, oh, okay. She went, oh, okay. Imagine a stranger on the internet having to tell you how long your daughter's been paralysed for.
And I said, I know your exact diagnosis date. I know all the times and when you went into the hospital.
On the last page, guys. On the last page. Now, Kirsten says that she's been poorly her whole life. She says that before she became paralysed, she was an ambulatory wheelchair user. She could stand but not walk. She has always been that way for a long time. She's always been poorly. Her mum said that before she became paralysed, Kirsten could not sit still and was always moving or running around. But yet Kirsten says that she couldn't walk before she became paralysed because she was an ambulatory wheelchair user.
But apparently she was running around everywhere.
But her mum said that she couldn't sit still and was running around everywhere. So they tripped each other up again. Guys, you don't have to worry about the likes, honestly. Give your fingers a rest. Fingers are really important.
It's mostly me doing it.
Oh, you can do it. It's good for your arthritic hands.
I know, yeah.
This one needs a trigger warning because it's about EDs. So, trigger warning, EDs. Just quickly, if you, just maybe pop out for like a quick 30 seconds. I'll put my thumbs up when you can turn the sound up. I'll put my thumbs up that way. So turn your volume down now and I'll put my thumbs up. I've warned you. So I brought up to her parents that Kirsten was giving advice to a 16-year-old who was struggling with their eating about her chewing and spitting and about medications that make you gain weight. Her mum's response was, well, that's normal for eating disorder people.
She just shrugged it off, didn't she?
She shrugged it off. There was no, there was no, oh, well, she shouldn't be doing that. That she shouldn't be saying these things. She said, well, that's normal for eating disorder people. That is what came out of her mouth. I'll move on. Thumbs up. I'll move on from that one. Just quickly go over that. This one, I shouted my response, and
you shouted at John.
Yeah, John said this question, and I did shout an answer out, and obviously we heard the statement from the 16-year-old, and she mentioned how that unfortunately, sadly her mum passed away 2 years ago, and then she had to go into care. John turned around and said, you know what's a shame? Where are the minors' parents? I had told him that these minors are in children's homes. So when he said that, I shouted, dead. That's what I shouted, and I will put my hands up. Because he is questioning where the parents are. When I said that, and I said that, the people that she goes for are minors in children's homes. One of the minors' usernames had the word care kids in it. It literally said care kids. And she still followed them and asked for their number.
You told them that there was a video in a paediatric ward?
Yeah, I said that. I said that as well. Now, I mentioned about a minor that had previously been involved, and John said that, oh, I don't really know about her or what happened. Then he went on, when I said about her being in care and everything, he said, oh, well, she's another one that turned out to be devious and who turned on Kirsten and was probably never a friend to her at all. That wasn't the case. The girl came away from social media for her own mental health's sake. And yes, she was a child. Yes, she was a child. I can sit up a bit now. Don't know why I'm slouching. That was the conversation. Those were the main points from the conversation with her parents.
And they both went very quiet at the end, didn't they? Not one. As a parent, as a mum, if someone had come to me and brought all that evidence, brought everything about Tasha, say it was Tasha, and said, this is what's happening with your daughter and underage and minors, I'd be going, oh my God, I'm so shocked. Can you please send me the evidence? I'd love to get to the bottom of this. If it is happening, I am telling you 100%, I will deal with it with Kirsten. If it's not, if it's a lie, then okay, we'll sort this out. But not not once did they say that Kirsten could be doing this. They just denied
They
everything.
deflected the blame from Kirsten. And I said this towards the end. I got a bit irate. Never shouted, never insulted them, nothing. At the end, I said to them, this is ridiculous. You are putting all the blame on other people, not just Kirsten. Everything is always someone else's fault. And the thing is, if this was a small group of people that had a falling out with Kirsten, you know, then, okay, maybe they might have done something wrong. But the fact there is hundreds of people that have been friends with Kirsten and have not stuck around for long because of what she does, there is a common denominator, and we all know. We all know who that is. Did you ask him about this? No. Towards the end, he was like, I don't want to be rude, but Kirsten's ringing me. I normally go round to hers at this time.
And we never heard a phone, did we?
No phone went. But he does normally go round at that time, so... Oh, I said, oh my God, I said about, I said to them, could you imagine if this was a man doing these things to your 17-year-old daughter? And they basically said that, well, Kirsten's not a man and it's different. No, it's not. It's not. Women can be groomers too. So yeah, her parents basically didn't... Do you know what though? The amount of times that there was silence when I said something. Because I think they kind of thought that they were going to speak to me and it was going to be stopped. But obviously I'm not going to be easily manipulated. And I've always got something to say. I've always got an answer for what they were saying. I'm not bragging, but I did not stutter once in that phone call. Whereas they had to take a couple of seconds after everything I said to think of an answer. I told John what Kirsten had said about him. He said, well, if she did say that, she's lying. And I've got proof of things Kirsten said about him. So, Kirsten is lying. We're not the bad people like she claims, because she claims, like, she tells these mods to block us and that we're terrible people. And she even told one of the mods that me personally got her parents' charity taken down, which was, I don't like talking about it, but she said that her parents' charity got taken down because of me, and it was her sister's dying wish. Now, I never once reported her charity. Never. That is not something I even touched on. But yet she's telling everyone that I did that. And the amount of things she told people that I was doing that isn't true.
And you're going to continue helping the mods?
Oh yeah, 100%. I told them I'm not going to stop.